Narrator, but in the decades that followed, scientists discovered something astonishing. The silence was a lie. The exclusion zone was not dead. It had become the stage for the most radical, terrifying, and awe-inspiring biological experiment ever conducted. This is the story of the life that refused to surrender. This is the story of the mutated animals of Chernobyl. To understand the mutants, we must first understand the mutagen. The Chernobyl disaster released 400 times more radioactive material than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Iodine-131, cesium-137, strontium-90, these isotopes seeped into the soil, the water, and the very air. The immediate aftermath, the impact was horrifying. The infamous Red Forest, a swath of pine trees near the reactor, turned a rusty orange and died. Domestic animals left behind were culled. It was assumed that the 2,600 square kilometer exclusion zone would become a sterile, lifeless scar on the earth. But nature had other plans. With the absence of its most dominant and destructive species, humans, something remarkable began to happen. Against all odds, the exclusion zone has become one of Europe's most significant, if unlikely, nature reserves. Large mammals, once pushed to the brink by hunting and habitat loss, have found an unexpected sanctuary here. Wolves, lynx, brown bears, and elk roam freely through the ghost towns and irradiated forests. But survival here comes at a cost. Every breath, every mouthful of food, every sip of water carries a radioactive payload. The animals aren't just living in the zone, they are of the zone. And this constant, low-level exposure is writing a new, unpredictable chapter in their genetic code. In the early years, the effects were stark and visible. Scientists studying barn swallows found alarming rates of albinism, deformed beaks, and malformed tails. These birds were the canaries in the coal mine, showing the direct, teratogenic impact of radiation on developing embryos. But the most profound changes are often invisible. Radioactive isotopes like strontium-90 mimic calcium, accumulating in the bones and teeth of animals, leading to skeletal weaknesses and cancers. Cesium-137 permeates muscle tissue. This internal contamination creates a phenomenon known as oxidative stress, a constant assault on an animal's cells that damages DNA. When DNA repairs itself incorrectly, mutations occur. Some are fatal. Some cause disease. And some, incredibly, are passed on, creating a legacy of genetic change that echoes through generations. This leads us to the most fascinating question of all: is Chernobyl forcing evolution into overdrive? Recent research suggests the answer might be yes. Scientists have discovered that some species are not just surviving, they are adapting. Take the eastern tree frog. In Chernobyl, the population has undergone a rapid evolutionary shift. The frogs are now predominantly black. Why? Because melanin, the pigment that darkens their skin, has been found to protect against radiation by neutralizing free radicals. The frogs that were darker survived and reproduced. This is natural selection playing out in real time. Similarly, studies on bank voles within the zone show that their bodies have developed enhanced antioxidant defenses. Their cells are better equipped to repair radiation damage. They are, in a very real sense, evolving a genetic resistance to their toxic environment. These aren't monsters, they are marvels of resilience. Chernobyl presents us with a profound and unsettling paradox. It is a place of immense tragedy, a monument to human fallibility. Yet, it is also a testament to the tenacity of life. The absence of humanity has, ironically, allowed biodiversity to flourish in a way it hasn't for centuries. The story of Chernobyl's wildlife is still being written. With every new generation of wolves, every litter of voles, the experiment continues. What will this land look like in another 100 years? Only time, and the relentless force of evolution.